Welcome to the Late Mike podcast. My name's Dan and this is my wife Sarah. And this week we went on a one-day holiday. Well, you did.
I did. You didn't.
Yeah, I went.
Well, you went, but it wasn't a holiday for
Yeah, I went for a meeting in Germany. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's now Friday night. That was Monday and Tuesday.
Yes.
And then I've been working all over the UK since. So, I want to talk about Germany. Flew to Berlin.
Yes, we did.
But yeah, we had different experiences because of like we said.
You're in a meeting. I got to explore a city.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't actually know really what you did when I was in the meeting.
Yeah. Well, let's start from the beginning. We flew obviously to Berlin.
Monday night. Monday night
with
we
your
flew.
brother.
Yeah.
Once we landed in Berlin, we rented a car because we weren't actually.
Oh, yeah.
Your meeting wasn't in Berlin. Your meeting was in
Dresden.
Dresden, and that's the city I ended up.
2 hours south of Berlin.
So we rented a car and we went to pick up the car, and I wasn't there for the conversation, but she upgraded you guys.
Yeah. So
and I think she was thinking it was just you, and then like I popped up.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I went to the bathroom.
Yeah, you went to the toilet.
Yeah.
And so me and my brother Mike worked together. And we got the opportunity to go for a meeting with a company. So we booked our flights and the car. And then me and you were saying, when are you going to go to
Germany?
Yeah. Dresden ever again or Berlin. So it was a perfect opportunity for you to have a day exploring.
Yeah.
So then you booked your own flight after me and Mike. So you're on a different booking, everything. Mike actually booked us a BMW 5 Series or whatever it's called. I don't know cars, but it was bigger. Because he knew that you were probably going to come as well, so there'd be space in the back. But when we got to the car rental place, it was just me and Mike because you're in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I believe that they just had our names on the booking, not yours, obviously. So they said,
I wasn't driving.
She said to us, I'm happy to give you a free upgrade if you like. And Mike's like, will always say yes. And she gave us a BMW M850i twin turbo V8. If that means anything to anyone,
Doesn't mean anything to me. She was saying it, and I was like, "Cool."
Well, that's the thing. Mike kind of knows cars.
Yeah,
he knows that. He's like, I asked for a 5 Series, and she's given us an 8 Series.
Yeah, that's
going to be good. So we said, yeah, amazing, great. And then you showed up, and she didn't say anything about the size of the car.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was a 4-seater. It's not a 5-seater.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No, it's not a 5. There's no foot room for the 5th person.
So we went and walked to the car lot, the parking lot.
Yeah. We
found it.
The car.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying to explain our shock.
It's like you're writing a book. We took 5 steps this way. And then
tired tonight. A bit drowsy.
We got to the car and we realized, me and you anyway, I think Mike maybe knew that it was like a sports car, but it was a sports car.
I knew it was going to be a sports car, but I still imagined it being, is it hatchback?
That's a two-door car. I wouldn't even call that a hatchback.
No, I thought it was going to be.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was going to be not an SUV, but like a 5-door thing.
Yeah, a 4-door car.
So I saw it having 3 doors, and I went, "Is that a 2-seater?" And Mike was like, "No, it's fine." Basically, it is.
There is no space.
Zero room.
It was absolutely fine though. Like,
was
I
it?
think for me, I think I said the entire time, like, I am a tag along. Mm-hmm. I get the shit end of everything because I'm not really meant to be here. This is a bonus for me. It would have been nice to have a little bit of foot room, but the car was also really fun.
Yeah. What I loved about like the whole time, like it was a good meeting and all that, but I'm not going to go into that. It's boring.
No, it's boring.
What I loved about it was that it was the first time, even though me and my brother worked together and we've experienced a lot of stuff like that, we've never actually flown abroad.
Yeah.
Gone to Scotland tons of times and all that. But it was the first time that he's actually been out of the UK since, 15 years ago when he went on holiday. So we were driving, it was like 10 o'clock, 10:30, almost into Berlin now. And he's just like, what the fuck are we doing in Germany? But it's like, we're in this sports car, which you tap the pedal and it roars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't even do it. And we're just like, why? It's a Monday night. What the fuck are we doing here? And it's just like little things like that, which was just so funny in the moment. And then we finally got to the hotel in Berlin. We stayed in Berlin because the idea was you were going to explore Berlin. And then we were going to drive 2 hours south to Dresden in the morning, Tuesday morning, and then meet you in the airport when we come back in the evening. Or meet you in Berlin. Yeah. So we get to Berlin and get into the hotel. It's a lovely hotel, whatever. Mike's down the hall from us. We're quite hungry. It's now 11:30. But they said to us, the best thing you can do is just order because nothing nearby is open.
Yeah.
So Mike came to our room and we're looking on Just Eat and stuff. I am going somewhere with this. You're looking at me like...
Because you take such a long
Interrupt
way.
then. Not interrupt, but like help me with the
hotel
story.
was fine. We decided to order food. Mike came to our room. So we went on to Just Eat and one of us was flipping through the TV because I think that's where you're going.
Yeah. I was flipping through the German channels.
Yeah. Well, me and Mike were looking at what to order.
Yeah. And landed on an intense...
It was like an art channel. It said ART in the corner. So
yeah. It was an intense sex scene in a movie.
Yeah, but it was a close-up of just the woman's face.
Close-up of her face with her eyes closed. Just going up and down. Just like...
And then she fell asleep.
Just like... I'm like, what the fuck is this? But all the three of us were just laughing because...
We weren't sure if it was like actual porn or if it was a movie.
It was. I don't know why I left it on for so long.
Because we wanted to know what happened.
I think honestly 2 or 3 minutes of her face. There was no other camera shots.
Yeah.
Just zoom in of her face, just going up and down, but just no expression. Just.
But then she fell asleep.
Yeah, and then the guy was done. He went off. Still, you can only see her face as she falls asleep.
And it's like another 2 minutes of just her face sleeping.
And
it was
then
very odd.
Finally changed the next scene.
Like a commercial.
Well, we were all so intrigued and like, what? And again, it was another, what are we fucking doing here? What are we doing?
But aside from that...
Got a German McDonald's.
Yeah, but aside from that, the first night was just like, we got in pretty late. It took us like an hour from the airport to get into Germany, and passport control was really long. So it ended up taking longer for us to get into Berlin, I mean.
Yeah. But then we then watched Happy Gilmore 2, me and you.
Yeah. And then in the morning, we had to get up early. I decided that I wasn't going to hang around Berlin because I was worried that you guys wouldn't make it back in time.
Yeah.
To pick me up, and I'd have to find like my own way to the airport, which I was nervous about.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be raining all day.
Yeah.
So I just thought,
Googled Dresden.
I'll come with you.
You Googled Dresden, and you're like, actually looks really cool.
Yeah. So I decided to come with you. We got up really early and drove down to Dresden. And that's when me and you anyway, because I didn't do really any research into Berlin.
Are we skipping past the Autobahn?
No. The what?
Autobahn.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, sorry.
You and I don't think you realized, I didn't realize that Germany had places on the highway that didn't have speed limits.
I knew about it.
I didn't.
But I didn't. So I thought it was like a specific area. Like I thought the Autobahn. Whatever it's called.
It sounds like you're saying Autobahn.
Yeah, but it's spelt that. I say Autobahn and it feels weird saying it because I've heard other people saying it and they say Autobahn. It's BAHN. Autobahn.
Okay.
Anyway, don't know. I thought it was just like one highway they've got.
Right.
But it's like the national speed limit every now and again is just nothing.
Yeah.
Which was an experience in that
because we were
BMW.
in a super fast car. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike was driving to the meeting.
Yeah.
And it was my turn to drive on the way back. And yeah, it was. I was like, put your foot down then. And all three of us just like.
Yeah. Very fast.
And it's in kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
And it got up to, I can't remember, 250,
I think.
Yeah, 250, I might be wrong now, but 253 kilometers, which is 157 miles per hour.
I think it's more than that.
No, it wasn't. It was that.
Okay.
It was that.
Cool.
Anyway, we didn't stay at that speed for long.
No.
But we experienced it for about 5 seconds and then shit our pants and slowed down. Yeah. Crazy. Anyway, got to Dresden. And we found out some German words on the way. Exit sign. Mm-hmm. What was that called? Oh my God, it's gone out of my head.
I don't know.
Exit in German is Arsfart.
Yeah.
Arsfart. It's not spelt like that, but that's how it's pronounced. Arsfart. And then have a good trip was good fart. I might be wrong on that one. Yeah, well, no, it was good fart.
I don't know.
There was a lot of farts in German, which I liked.
I'm very sorry to say this. I took German in high school. I also took French. I retained no German, but it's just like some languages sound beautiful. French is one of them. It sounds romantic. We're being
so offensive to Germans,
but so is Spanish. German is very blunt. I feel like it's a very blunt language. If you know what I mean.
Arsfart is exit. I was thinking though, and this is dumb, when I was over in Germany, I was like, if I was going to learn any language, I think I'd be able to pick up German quicker than the rest. Hallo. Hallo. Hello is hallo. Not bonjour. Or
how would you say thank you?
Messi.
No.
It's not, is it? No, wait. No, I know this. Danke.
Yes.
That's what I mean. So it's like, instead of thanks, it's just dank. Do you know what I mean? It's so similar. But then there are words that I don't have a clue. Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah. There are different letters.
Oh, yeah. There's like that B, isn't there?
Yeah.
Don't know what that means. But anyway, Dresden. Let's go to Dresden then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as I said, we had a meeting. So at 9 o'clock, me and Mike, we got to the office of the place we were meeting.
About 9:30. Yeah,
9:30. And you hopped out. And do you want to explain where you went first or what me and Mike did?
So
mine's more boring.
Yours is way boring. You can go first if you want to, but
okay, so
mine's not that
because mine is just recapped in 30 seconds, cool. 10 seconds. Met the guy, lovely guy. If you're watching, went to the office, and we had a meeting, an endless meeting. Until lunchtime, and then we saw you again.
Yeah. All right, so I'll go. Mine's not that interesting because
I can sit back and chill.
Sometimes when I go to different places, I like to not have a plan and I like to not know anything.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I treated this trip. So once I left you guys, I just started walking. I was really looking for coffee.
What was it like? Because because Berlin, you've heard of Berlin, Berlin Wall and everything, but you'd never heard of Dresden before. No. So did you give a shit about anything that you saw, or was just everything a bonus? Because I'm like that with work sometimes. I'm like, I've never heard of this place. That's cool. Oh, there's a football stadium there.
I was like that. I think it was more, no, I don't give a shit about this place.
Not like that. I mean, like, you didn't have a top 10 things to do.
But I think it was more, this is a German city. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was excited for. German architecture and things like that. So I walked, this was the longest walk I did, because then where the meeting wasn't in the city center.
No, outskirts.
You're like 3.5 miles out of the city center.
I don't think that's great.
It is. I walked it. So I walked and I just like looked around. Like I didn't want to waste my phone battery by listening to music or anything. Yeah. So I just walked and enjoyed it. And then I found a footpath and it was just like grass and stuff. Like trees.
God, the meeting was more entertaining.
But you couldn't see the city. So every once in a while I'd have a look at my map to see like where I was going.
In the right direction. I
couldn't find a coffee place. And I wasn't confident that my Apple Pay would work.
Okay.
So I just kept walking. I saw some very pretty buildings. And I tried to look up one of them because it looked like Russian architecture.
Yeah.
And I would say that it looked like a church, but that doesn't mean that it was a church.
The picture you sent me?
No.
Okay.
No. It was really colorful. And it was a beautiful building. But there was a highway between us. So I couldn't like go to the building.
Right, okay.
And I'd like to know what that was, but it was very pretty. And then I got to the city center. And yeah, I just mostly admired the architecture. I went into a mall in the middle of the city center as well. Found a Dunkin' Donuts. Got a coffee.
Explain purchasing the coffee.
Yeah, so
because that was funny.
In the UK, Dunkin' Donuts is different than the US. So even in the UK, when I go to Dunkin' Donuts, I do not know what to order. Because like
or here it's all espresso latte.
Because my order at home would be like a blueberry iced coffee with cream and milk. Milk. I don't even remember. And
it never
maybe
used
one
to
sugar.
be. It was always French vanilla when we got together. An iced French vanilla.
Or French vanilla, blueberry,
cream
French
sugar,
vanilla, flavor.
Yeah.
But here, it's like a latte.
Can I have a latte
or
with that flavor?
They've just started introducing cold brew, but I still don't know how to order that because, like, I don't know.
Is it because when you say iced, if you say an iced coffee or something like that, it is cold brew anyway?
Yeah.
In the States. Whereas here, you've got to say...
But they have something special about... No, I don't think iced coffee is cold brew. I think iced coffee is what I do here. Make a coffee and then cool it.
Yeah.
And fridge it. But then you can brew a coffee cold. So it's never hot. I think that's...
Maybe.
There's a difference, but I don't know. But, yeah.
Because here, if you say, can I have an iced coffee? It's like, oh, do you want an Americano? Which is an espresso
with
over
ice.
milk.
Yeah.
Whereas you want like the full cup of coffee, cold, and then
with
top
a
it
little
up.
bit of milk.
Yeah.
So I went to the counter at the Dunkin' Donut and I said to myself out loud, oh, I don't know how to order. And I think she thought that I was saying it because it's Germany and they speak German and I was speaking English. And so she just went, you could just say what you want. I was like, oh, okay.
No,
like I didn't mean like I don't know how to speak German because the menu says cold brew or iced latte, so like I know how to say those things.
How do I order? Just talking to yourself.
Yeah,
you could just tell me.
Yeah, she wasn't rude. She was very, very friendly. She it was like a silly thing.
And you almost bought a shirt. Is that right?
Yeah, I tried to buy a jumper, like a sweater,
but you didn't because
my card wouldn't work. It worked at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
But then it wouldn't work at the shop where I was trying to spend 20 quid.
So they held it for you.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I didn't know what was going on. So I was like, I'll figure this out and I will come back because I did like the sweater. And then I just figured I'd go get it again, pay for it, and leave. But then it turned into, do you want me to hold it for you? And I was like, yeah. So she took my name. And asked me how long I'd be. And I was like, within the hour. And then I left and I exited the mall and I just kept going.
You just didn't come back.
Because I didn't know, like, I didn't want to go in there and then do it again. Like, maybe it's their system because I have money.
Then it looks like you're trying to, like,
so you look a bit dodgy. Felt uncomfortable. But then I also didn't want to be like, nah, because that also felt like I was just, like, wasting their time or trying to pull. I don't know. It was weird.
You got yourself into a little awkward position.
And then it started raining. So I went to a train station. I think it was both. And I didn't really know what to do. So I thought I'd just wait for the rain to stop for a little bit. And then you texted me and said, I said, like, how long roughly do you think the meeting will be? Like, how are you guys getting on? And you were like, should be done within the hour.
Well, at this point, like, we had spoken a lot in circles.
Yeah.
And, like, so I'm not going to go into it, but, like, the reason we're there is because they provide devices that we use over here, but much better.
To become a supplier for them.
Yeah. So he had a load of them on the table, and he was explaining about each one of them. But we would kind of like ask like a question, but then it would, instead of it, we would just go round and round in circles like I am now, explaining it. So on one product, we went on for like 45 minutes, and in my head, I'm like, I don't even want that one. Like, that's not the one that we're here for.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it felt like, okay, now the meeting's like come to an end. It's cut. You know when you feel like soon they're going to say, all right, well, great to meet you. Felt like it was getting there. So I said, we're going to be done in an hour. Easy.
Yeah. So I thought, because I'm in a city center.
Also, it was 9:30 we got there, and this is now at about
2-ish. No, it was like 2-ish.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
We left there at 3:30 after lunch.
Yeah.
So I said to you at 11:30.
Oh, okay. No, it wasn't 11:30. It would have been about 1-ish. We didn't look at our phone.
11:30 I said to you, because I'm thinking I'm starving.
No fucking way.
I said to Sarah, because I'm thinking I've been in here like 2 hours or 3 hours. I didn't think that the guy would give us his whole day, and like respect to him for putting a whole day aside for us. top guy. But it was the first for me and Mike. So I'm like, it's probably, is it going to be an hour meeting? Is it going to be half a day?
Yeah,
a day?
It's about 11, you're right.
Yeah. So at 11, I'm like, we've been here 2 hours now.
Yeah.
There's not that much more to talk about. Surely there was, but anyway. So I said, yeah.
An hour or so is exactly.
Because I'm thinking we'll be done and then we go for lunch. I was excited to see Dresden.
And I was like, okay, well, if they want to start heading back to Berlin to see Berlin rather than Dresden, it would be smarter for me to not have them drive into the city center. So I should get on a bus.
Yeah.
And go back the 3 miles to where you are.
Yeah.
So.
So how far did you walk? Because you said you walked like 9 kilometers or something.
Yeah, around the city and stuff like that as well.
That's well cool.
Yeah. So then I was at the wrong tram station to get back, so I had to walk to a different tram station. And then I tried to figure out how to pay to get on. This was a bus, sorry. And like the card machine outside wasn't working, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to Google it. And it said to pay on the card machine or you could pay in the bus. And I was like, all right, I'll just pay on the bus. And then the bus pulls up after like 20 minutes. I get on and nobody paid.
You got on the middle,
I got on the middle door, but everybody just sat down. So I was
Did everybody else get on the middle door?
Not everybody.
Because I think that might be the exit door and you were meant to go on by the...
I wasn't the only one who got on the middle door. I wouldn't have been the only one to do something like that.
Okay, but maybe to pay... Maybe it's a trust thing in Germany. Like, if you need to pay on the bus... You
shouldn't have trusted me because I didn't pay.
Fucking American over there.
I got on. Nobody paid. I just sat down, scooted over.
Because they probably all had tickets already.
Maybe. Scooted over so somebody could sit next to me. And then I sat on the bus for 10 stops. And then I got off. And then I texted you and I was like, I thought I'd make it easier for you guys. I'm here. Take your time. Obviously, I'm not in a rush. Well, I just thought I would help.
I might have texted you just before then. Anyway. I said, something's happened. Or something like that. He's invited us to lunch.
Yeah.
To go out for lunch.
And I said,
and you said, okay,
don't worry about it.
Okay. You said, okay, I've got the bus back. Have fun. So I'm like,
no, I definitely said, don't worry about it. Like, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I knew
I'll just take the bus back to the city center. It was free. So whatever.
Yeah. So he said, you've got your car, right? Which he knew. So he said, yeah. So I now get in the back seat to let him get in the front. To be obviously be polite. Then that's when I realised how small it was. Like my foot was squashed.
Yeah, gone.
But we pulled out. And I was like, oh, Sarah's there.
And I was like, bye.
But before this, when we were walking out of the office, I think that he must have seen you get out the car. Because he said, does your girlfriend want to come? I was like, oh, it's my wife. She's she's around here. Because I didn't know you're on the bus stop.
Yeah.
She's just around here just enjoying the day. And he's like, oh, okay. She's welcome to join us. I was like, oh, I think she's fine. I don't know what she's...
Yeah.
She's just come to like do her own thing. So we get in the car, we pull out, and I went, oh, there's Sarah. And then Mike, like, oh, shall I get her? Because we're now driving somewhere for lunch. Yeah. And to be fair, I don't know if we were returning back to the office.
Yeah.
Or dropping him, like leaving him there or whatever. Because when we left, Mike goes, I'll just leave my laptop bag here. And I was like, maybe bring it. Because if we don't need to come all the way back up here, it'd be annoying to have to come back just for that. And the guy went, no, bring your stuff. So we're like, I don't know. So then we stopped, pulled over, so then you could get in as well to join us for lunch.
Could not move my foot.
Which I never once said, can she come with us? I was like, she's just doing her own thing. Like, and Mike was like, I feel a bit bad leaving her here.
And I felt bad joining too.
Yeah, and the guy was like, of course, bring your wife. Like, why would your wife not come? So that sort of thing. So he wanted to show us a German restaurant, like proper German food. I was excited by this. Yeah. What is German food? Hot dogs and burgers?
No.
Frankfurts and hamburgers?
Yeah, maybe that, but I don't know what else, to be honest.
That's why I was so excited. I'm so uncultured.
Yeah.
But I was so excited. We got there.
I'll look up a German recipe and make one.
Yeah. Got there and it was locked. It was closed. So he said, let's go to a different restaurant. Got one that's just around the corner. Italian. happy. I love Italian. But it was like an Italian or German, I don't know, speaking that, like everybody in there.
Yeah, spoke German.
Didn't really speak English, so he was like speaking to them for us. So I'm like, this is going to be proper. This is going to be good. Because I'm used to English, Italian.
Yeah, it was all right. It
wasn't amazing.
No.
But to be fair, I only had a carbonara, so...
I had gnocchi.
Yeah.
It was all right. The mozzarella was fantastic.
Yeah, you had a big mozzarella ball on the top.
Yeah,
I looked at you. So I'm in a stage where I'm not into a tomato pasta stage because I threw up months and months ago. But I was, not to be horrible, I was looking at yours like, that doesn't look amazing. And Mike had spaghetti bolognese. I was like, that doesn't look that great.
Yeah.
But then the guy who we were meeting, he had a lasagna.
That looked good. Yeah.
It looked amazing. It looked like I had ham in there.
I won't lie though, the entire time I was so uncomfortable.
Oh, it was...
Like, I didn't want to be there. I was thinking,
atrocious.
even as we were walking into the restaurant, maybe I'll say, you guys continue your meeting, I'll sit over here. Because I didn't know who was paying. Like, I didn't feel like I should have been there.
It went from being business. Not all like, it was like a lot of like jokey, whatever. Yeah. But it turned into, we're now on lunch. We're not talking business. So now it's just small talk, chit chat.
Yeah.
I don't know the first thing about the guy.
Yeah.
Nothing. He doesn't know us, doesn't know about the podcast,
It turned into business talk.
It did, thankfully. Because there was a lot of, he would say something, and he spoke a little bit quiet now and again, didn't he, as well? And it was quite a busy restaurant. Say something, then he'd follow up with a...
So we'd all go...
So we're like, yeah. And I'm looking at you, like, thinking, you have no idea what you said, and you're just awkwardly laughing. Then I would say something as well. I go... And he just goes... And just, like, doesn't laugh back. And I'm like, I laughed at your joke, which I didn't hear. So then I felt awkward about... doing any sort of jokes or anything, and then Mike kind of saved it by going back into business
talking
talk.
About business, yeah, it was fine, and then I'm glad I went to the bathroom when I did too, because then that's when the bill came, and I texted you, and I was like, I don't want him to pay for me. Like, I'm not part of this meeting. That feels unfair, even though it's like probably his company account, but that still, I just didn't like that.
Yeah.
And you were like, we'll say it when the bill comes, and I was like, great, okay. Then I needed a wee, so I went to the bathroom, and that's when you guys paid the bill, so I didn't have to say it, and you did.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, I'll buy Sarah's, like, the river, and he's like, no, don't be silly, like, you're a guest, she's a guest, and I was like, okay, thank you so much. It was hammering it down. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really raining
hard. It was unbelievably raining.
So I am glad that I went to Dresden with you guys too, because then once lunch was over and everything, we went back to
You still would have had a good time in Berlin.
Yeah, but we went back to the office. It was pissing it down, and like, you guys invited me in, and after that lunch being so awkward and just feeling uncomfortable, I was like, no, you guys go finish your meeting. It's raining. I'm just gonna stay in the car and scroll on TikTok. Like, it's absolutely fine.
He kept on asking, he's like, is she joining? Does she want to come in? It's much better in here. And I was like, she's going to FaceTime the kids.
It was so dumb. I sat in the back seat of the car. The seats are all folded up, so I had leg room. But like, it's so uncomfortable because you can't put your head back because the roof of the car goes down.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, maybe
like this the whole time.
Yeah, maybe I'll try to like lean up against where the door should be and put my legs over. But the seat is like bumpy, so that didn't work. And then I was like, all right, I can manage this. It's fine. It's fine. And then finally, I was like, my back is killing, and I went to the front seat. Then you guys came out.
Get in the back. I sat in the back, didn't I?
I drove. You drove, and I let Mike have the front seat.
Yeah, and then he was like, don't leave her in the car. Bring her in. She's going to chat to the kids. Like,
yeah, thank you, because I did not
I knew that you didn't want to come in. Yeah. There was plenty of space for you to like just hang out on your own in there.
Yeah, but
you'd have rather just leave me alone.
See, I would have preferred that he did not know I was even in Germany. You know what I mean? Like, I would have preferred to just be a silent person.
I never once said that you were there, and then he goes, "Is your girlfriend coming?" I was like, "Oh." So he obviously saw us getting out because he was outside when we met him.
Yeah.
So he must have seen you.
Right.
Must have seen you go off. So then it's my turn to drive back.
Yeah.
To Berlin, and I experienced the Autobahn, but it was raining.
Yeah, so you didn't go as fast because we were worried about hydroplaning.
And then
call it something else.
Don't know.
Aquaplaning,
Aquaplaning,
right? I call it hydroplaning.
But then it was dry when
in some spots. Yeah,
it was dry when we got closer.
It's a 2-hour drive. Yeah.
Then I experienced the max speed.
Yeah,
and I was dizzy.
And then
my eyes couldn't keep up.
For the last 15 minutes, we stopped at a rest stop.
We stopped
to the airport. I got to sit in the front seat for the first time.
Yeah, so we pulled over
to get fuel.
Yeah, I was like, we're 10 miles away from the airport. Let's fill up here. Turn off at a services, little building, restaurant stuff. Yeah. So we went in there, bought a few things, fridge magnets and all that. Came back out. Right, let's go to the fuel station. There isn't one. It's just like a services just for food. Gas, yeah. I've never seen that in my life. Unless we did because there was lorries there. So maybe it was only for lorries that they had fuel.
Or it's a rest area.
Yeah, there was no signs for fuel or anything.
Yeah, but in the States there are rest areas where drivers can stop and sleep, and sometimes there's like a toilet or like a little shop there, but there's no fuel there. So I guess I have seen it before.
And you have to pay to use the toilet, so we didn't use the toilets.
Yeah, that was another thing. When I was in Dresden, I went into like a big gardens because it said that it had a toilet, and I know Europe, so I know that you have to pay for it, but I assumed they would have Apple Pay because most people don't carry coins. And it was €1, and I didn't have anything else other than my card.
didn't spend my €5.
I wish you gave it to me so I could have had a wee.
Yeah.
But they didn't take cards, so I walked around the gardens and was like, all right, well, bye. And then I had a wee at that was another, I don't think I even told you about having to go to the toilet in the mall. So you have to pay there.
Yeah.
There's a family in front of me, and she was taking out coins and paying, but it was a machine that you could use your phone, Apple Pay. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay. And I waited. And then it wouldn't work. My Apple Pay wouldn't work there either. And I was like,
great.
Fuck, like how I need to, at some point, I'm going to really need a wee.
Yeah.
Like I have to use the bathroom. So I tried again and it wouldn't work. And luckily there was a service worker working on the other pay machine. Mm. And he was like, give it to me. And I was like, okay. So, and he was like, make it do Apple Pay. So I did that. And he held it there maybe 4 seconds longer than I did. And then it was fine.
So you just weren't holding it long enough.
Yeah. It dinged and everything though. Like it's very different. So then obviously I had a wee, came back out. And I didn't know how to get out because they're turnstile things. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, and one of them is a door. So I thought, okay, you must leave through the door. I pushed it, didn't open. And then I read the sign and it was like an emergency access sign.
Ass fart this way.
And then like a guy watched me do it and like laughed at me and I was like, oh, that's not it. And then I went to a turnstile and was like, hopefully this is it. And then I finally got
the turnstiles go the other way.
Yeah.
If you walk out.
Yep. Yeah.
First world problems, isn't it?
Yeah. Difficult toilets.
Anyway, we got to the airport. And we got what I wanted to get in Germany. We got
hot dog.
A hot dog and a pint with a handle.
I did it.
A Stein. Is it called a Stein?
I think so.
Yeah. It was really good. It was a German beer. Can't remember what it's called. Me and Mike had one of those, had a little cheers.
And you guys had hot dogs, and I decided to get something healthy.
The hot dogs were phenomenal. Mike explained it great. He was like, it feels like I'm biting into a fucking apple.
Yeah.
It's like as you bite it popped.
I like hot dogs, but I've been on like a bit of a health kick trying to lose weight, so I didn't want to...
Yeah.
I didn't want to have a hot dog.
Yeah.
So I had a protein bowl.
Yeah.
It was great.
And then we flew back, got back quite
But
late.
this is where I'm going to say... what is it? Fast boarding? Speedy boarding.
Speedy boarding. Yes.
I think it's dumb.
Yeah, so Mike has speedy boarding because he's got EasyJet Plus because he flies to Scotland all the time.
Yeah.
It's 200 quid for I don't know, but it's worth it anyway. So I was with him on his boarding on his phone. So me and him had speedy boarding together. But you, because you're separate, you didn't have it. So we just see in a bit.
Yeah, which is fine.
But you say what you want to say, and then I'll say the only good thing in our situation for it.
Okay. I think speedy boarding is stupid, and airplanes should just load people onto the airplane in the traditional way. Not necessarily row order, but like people who need help.
Oh, yeah.
Assistance obviously goes first, and then the back of the plane goes second, and then so on, and it's chunks of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think it should be the middle of the plane first.
Why?
Because they have the front and back doors open for these EasyJet planes. So you go on, walk to yours, and then they fill up
yeah,
back
when
to
it's
the door.
like that, but that's not how it was when we were boarding in Germany. It was just the front.
Oh, yeah, just had the tunnel at the front. Yeah. Okay, so
back, middle, front, whatever. I think that would be the easiest way of doing it and the smartest way, because there's no point of speedy boarding because there are literally 50 people who have speedy boarding.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But also, you take off at the same time.
Yeah.
And you collect your bag at the same time.
Yeah.
When you get there. So if you get speedy boarding, you're getting off the plane at the same time as everybody else anyway.
It doesn't get you anywhere faster.
But the only good thing was me and you shared a backpack.
Yeah.
Because we didn't need much stuff. We were there for a day. So on the way, I took the bag on the plane both times. Sorry. What I was trying to say was on the way there, you wanted stuff out of your bag during the flight, and I didn't need anything. So I said, well, I'll take it on, because I'm getting on before everyone else, so you can guarantee a decent spot above your seat. Because those type of flights, everyone has the backpacks, you know what I mean? So I put it above row 18 for you. Then I went and walked back to 26 for us.
Which probably looked super sketchy.
Was sitting down, and the hostess was just staring at me. Imagine what that looked like. Walking down, put a bag somewhere, walked to that.
Yeah, far away.
Yeah, then I was like, I'm probably going to get questioned in a minute. Didn't. But that's the only good thing about our situation was I could just guarantee a good spot for our bag.
I guess, but like, who cares? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then, so you guys got on the plane. This is leaving Germany now, Berlin to where we are, the UK.
Bristol,
yeah. And I watched you guys walk on. The line was quite long because then they decided to call everybody up. And it like wrapped around. And I was like, why am I going to go stand there when I could just sit here until the line gets up to me? So I decided to wait. And it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I was like scrolling on my phone.
Sweating my ass off.
Doing nothing.
I was
and then
boiling.
finally the line tapered down. So I was like, all right, I'll stand up. Got on the plane. And then it feels so much faster because you sit down, you buckle, and then they're ready to go because you're the last one on the plane.
Yeah, yeah.
And this plane didn't have air conditioning.
On the ground. So all the shutters were down.
Yeah. So like you guys must have been sweating.
I was so hot.
I was sweating when I got on the airplane.
I was so hot.
But then we took off. Like I was only on the airplane before we took off. For
Mike
like
goes.
5
we
minutes?
see you walk down because you're like six rows ahead of us on the way back, and you were like, Mike goes, "How was she only just gone?" Because like you were kind of near the front when you left us. He's like, "How was she only just gone?" I was like, "Well, she just hung out in the departure lounge."
Yeah,
like,
there's not a rush. Like I always feel like there's more of a rush to get off the plane than there is to get on the plane. You're not leaving any quicker. My
only thing is if I've had it before when you haven't got a spot for your bag, and it's usually national flights. It's normally when you fly to Newcastle or something, because nobody's really
taking a suitcase
because it's typically for business meetings or a quick trip.
I read.
So I've had it before, and you've got to have it by your feet, and then you've got no room, leg room. So that's the only reason why I like to get on first. But if I don't have a backpack or anything, I am waiting till I'm the last one on.
Yeah, because it feels like it's so much faster. Like I can't imagine being on that airplane that we were on with no air conditioning on the ground.
Well, yeah, the worst
for 20 minutes while I waited in an air-conditioned airport.
The thing is, I'd say 3 to 5 minutes, they would do an announcement. The pilot, must have been pre-recorded, and if it's not, they should, because he said the same thing about 10 times. And they said about the safety things, like whatever, and then as you may notice, the shutters are down, the window shutters are down. Please leave them down as we don't have air conditioning on the ground, so we're trying to keep it as cool as we possibly can. And
that always makes me nervous when something in an airplane isn't working.
No, it's just like, I don't know why
that's not standard.
I just assumed it wasn't working.
It wasn't working.
No, it wasn't the fact it wasn't working. It's
How
just
many times have you been on an airplane where they don't have air conditioning when you sit down. Your thing doesn't work. They always work.
Yeah, true. I thought it was just a fact that that's reserving fuel or something. They just didn't have it on.
For a 2-hour flight?
Yeah. Didn't even question it.
Yeah. I was in the middle seat on the way back.
What I was trying to say quickly about that is because it was every 5 minutes or so, as people were getting on, they hadn't heard this announcement. So many people sat down, lifted it up. I was the first one on there, and I was like, all the shutters are down. There's a reason for that. So my shutter didn't come up.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, it's getting so hot in here. And then the more and more people getting in there, I was like,
and then it got really hot. Yeah.
So hot
But then when we finally took off, I had downloaded a couple movies to watch on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was in the middle seat, and I had an older woman to my right, and then
I didn't see you on the way back too, did I?
Not really, no. And then a younger guy, like our age, on my left in the window seat. And I was watching Dead Poets Society. Is that right? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Robin Williams film.
Yeah. Is that what it's called?
Dead Poets Society.
Yeah, okay. Felt wrong. Academy. I don't know.
No, Society.
Society, yeah.
Dead Poets Society.
We had woken up so early that day and gone to bed so late that I was watching it, and it was just a really boring part, and I think I fell asleep. And I don't know for how long. It wasn't very long because I was watching a movie, and I don't know how I woke up, but I woke up in a coughing fit. So I don't know if I like snored myself into a cough, but it's so embarrassing with two strangers sitting next to you. Yeah.
What, you just like quietly?
Like if I was snoring, it's so embarrassing with two strangers next to you.
Oh yeah. So we got back, and Bristol Airport is changed now.
Oh my God.
Not going to get into that, but it is class. Got back really late, didn't we?
Yeah.
Super late. And then, got back at 11:30. I'm back on the road for work at 4:30, quarter past 4. I'm driving over to bloody Oxford and Leicester and fucking everywhere. I did 20 hours on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday, I drove over to West Wales and then home, like 10 hours of driving.
Not Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh yeah, Wednesday I did the 20-hour day.
Yeah.
Thursday I did 16 or 17 hours.
Yeah.
To then have today off, where we viewed a load of houses, and we're narrowing down the houses that we like. Mm-hmm. But we're not going to go.
We're wedding tomorrow.
We're going to a wedding tomorrow. I'm excited for it. That
Me
sounds
too,
like
yeah.
you're not.
Yeah.
It's going to be shit. So.
No, I love weddings. I really do.
Yeah, and the couple that are getting married are great as well.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun one. Maybe it's something that we're going to talk about in a week's time, or whenever we record. We normally record on Saturdays, but because we got wedding tomorrow, it's now Friday night recording, so talk about it soon. Let's wrap it up for that one. This has been Dan and Sarah talking about, like, round in circles about talking about going to Germany and back for one day.
You're not on it today.
It almost took longer to record this episode than the time that we were in Germany. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening, everyone. Follow, like, I don't know why you would after this episode, but it would be, appreciate it if you do.
Can you do your grommet smile for the camera?
Lovely. Jeez, grommet. What has that got to do with anything we've just spoke about?
Nothing.
See you in the next one.